everybody, what's going on? Today we're going to dive into Let's Learn Kill 'Em All episode 3B. The song being Motorbreath, and we're going to get into the solos today, so don't go anywhere. So I'd use two words to describe the first solo in Motorbreath: fast and relentless. In fact, I'm honestly pretty surprised that Kirk was able to pull something like this off in the studio, because you know it's honestly a tough solo. Going in and learning it, you have to be very precise, and yeah, so you know, kudos to Kirk Hammett for getting this job done here. Another thing to note as a more general kind of viewpoint, and this goes for the first solo and the second solo, the one I'll be covering later. There are two main pentatonic scales involved, the first of which being a C sharp minor, pentatonic scale, which is rooted at the 9th fret of the low E, and the G sharp minor pentatonic scale, which is rooted at the 4th fret of the low E. So just a little scale preface before we get going. So let's unpack what we just heard there. So that first part is actually the only break that you get in the song. And I know you're thinking to yourself, Mike, we just started. How could we possibly have a break? Well, this is the only break you get, because the rest of the solo just flies by and you're continuously moving. All the other breaks are nothing compared to this break. You actually play a whole note, which you don't play anything remotely close to that for the rest of the time, so cherish it while it's here. So here it is. So it's utilizing a perfect 4th interval at the 11th fret of the G string and the 12th fret of the B, right? Play both of them at the same time. And of course, rocking the wah pedal the entire time, okay? I know you guys are happy to hear about that. Okay? So it's like you're sounding the alarm bell on a submarine or something like that. Okay, so the next part, we revisit a very familiar riff if you've been following this series thus far. Right? It's the Chuck Berry riff, the lick, the fast lick, the Led Zeppelin, Jimmy Page type lick, right? Except here we're starting it on the B string at the 12th fret, and we're going. Now one very key thing to remember is to keep the right hand brutally simple. Once you realize how insanely easy the right hand is, a lot of this stuff is going to become a lot easier for you. So check this out. I'm going down, down, up, 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 down, right? Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, right? So it's a little gallopy, right? But that's all it is. It doesn't get more primitive than that, man. Just that's super easy. You can get that. So does that 4 times, and then we hop into the next lick, which utilizes sort of the same space. Now this, you have two different options for playing this. You can either go down, pick, up, pick, down, pull off, right? So. Or you could take the more difficult route, which I'm probably going to do, is we're going to go like this. Just straight alternate picking through the entire pattern. Just like that. Okay? So moving beyond, we get this lick, which is just running down the pentatonic scale. You do the Chuck Berry thing, or Led Zeppelin thing, whatever you want to call it, 1 time. Right? So that bends, pick, pull. So the second half of the solo shows our first journey into the C sharp minor to G sharp minor jump. It's one of a couple C sharp minor to G sharp minor jumps that exist within the song, and I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So this is the second half of the solo right here. Jump. So we're coming all the way from the 7th fret of the low E string all the way up to the 19th fret of the B and the E in this range over here, right? So here we're going C sharp minor, G sharp minor. Those are our two destinations. So if you use that as a roadmap, very helpful. Okay, so let's take a look at what we're doing here. So we're starting that lick, which should sound extremely familiar, okay? Because it's been played in, I think, the last 2 songs that we've been learning. There's a lot of repetition on this album. Okay, after that, we do a series of pull-offs and string transitions, which is just down, down, up, down, down, up, down, right? And then here we're doing a pickup into our G sharp minor pentatonic scale. It's really fast too, right? So you gotta bolt from this position to this position in a split second, right? And then we have this other, that's sort of a whole step bend, unison bend, because you're bending the B string at the 19th fret and then hitting the equal note on the 16th fret of the high E string, right? So we do a pull off from here, 19 to 16, and then pull off, double pick, and a real quick, comically fast cut off bend there, which is, it's kind of funny sounding when you really think about it. So So let's dive into that first section. So we're starting off at the 12th fret of the high E string, pulling off to the 9th fret, and then going to the 12th fret of the B string, pulling off to the 9th fret. And all you're doing is just repeating that, like this. So it's a set of 16th notes, 1 iena, 2 iena, 3 iena, 4 iena, going for 2 full measures. So you can count to 8 if you want. I like to count to 8 and bop my head along with the 2. Every time I hit the 12th fret with my ring finger is the start of a new beat. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? And always just downstrokes the whole time. And of course you can cock the wah a little bit and bring it down, you know, to taste. You can do it like this, start up here. Hear the open wah toward the end, right? So you can do that if you wish. So let's take a look at the next part now. So we have, we just have some flutters, right? Some clumsy flutters going down now. So we're doing a 10-9 twice, an 11-8 twice, and then I like to kind of flub through these, right? That's kind of how I like to do it. Get sloppier as you go down. And then we land on the downbeat on the 4th fret of the high E string. This is where we move into G sharp minor territory. And we do one of those. Then we hit 2 pull-offs on the B string. 7/4 with a slight bend, right? So That's kind of what it is right there. So let's take a look at that. All we have here is a series of G sharp minor, and in some cases G sharp Dorian modal stuff. But really it's not that complicated. It's just your typical, stereotypical funk sort of riff at the beginning. So basically I'm starting at G sharp, 6th fret of the D string. That's my pedal tone, my roots, my lowest note. And I'm going to be going like this. So that's going to the 4th fret of the G and the B. Then we're going to go 6th fret of the G and the B, which is actually creating a C sharp major chord. Isn't that cool? And that brings to mind a lot of other songs too that kind of utilize this. Just kidding. But it brings to mind Carlos Santana, the Allman Brothers, stuff like that. Pink Floyd. So all of those classic bands use that sort of thing. And it's kind of just a funky thing, and it sounds awesome with a wah pedal. Now the next part just kind of continues on with more G sharp minor pentatonic stuff, starting on the G string. So pretty basic, self-explanatory. And then we hit in another one of these. I swear that's going to become a meme someday. So, once again, I'll explain it out of courtesy for anybody that doesn't know. We're starting at the 2nd fret of the low E and we're sliding to the 4th into the root note. Then we're doing a double pick on the A string, sliding from 4 to 6 with the ring on the A, double on the D, 4th fret, then a pull off. And that's our goal, the 6th fret of the G string. Okay, and then after that we go. This is a set of just really pull-off stuff, pull-offs. With a little string transition, so you're going down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Right, down, 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 up. The next section I think might be the hardest part of the song. It might even be one of the more difficult Metallica licks out there. At least for me anyway. Maybe I'm just crazy, but so check this out. So we're doing the sort of that Led Zeppelin-ish rock and roll type of thing, right? So we're bending at the 11th and going through this C sharp minor kind of pentatonic thing with a bend at the 12th fret. So we're going. Then we're coming up to the E string with a double pick, 2 bends, then. So that's kind of fancy right there, that triplet. That triplet right there, 9, 10, 12. So. That's kind of what we're looking at there. And it doesn't stop either. It keeps on going.
Alright everybody, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please take a moment to subscribe to the RomanOva Music channel. I post new stuff every week and I know you don't want to miss out on that. Also take a moment to visit my website, www.romanovamusic.com, where you can book private lessons with me, access my music store, and even send donations if you're feeling saucy enough. Thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next one.